13 out of 14 neighbourhood partnerships made decisions on highways maintenance. 9 out of 14 made decisions on minor traffic schemes. Highlights of things to improve: less paperwork, a much more straightforward style. We're going to be doing that for the next round. Get the paperwork out earlier, said that. Get the neighbourhood forums working. These are the ward-based ones, where more people can be involved around more local issues and have more space to say and raise things. For those of you who don't know, behind the scenes we put in place what we call neighbourhood delivery teams. That's officers from the different agencies: City Council, Police, Fire and Rescue, Health, working behind the scenes, so they will pick up the issues that need the partners to work together on, whether that comes from a neighbourhood watch, a forum, intelligence from the police, a neighbourhood partnership, wherever it comes from. They'll be tackling those issues. They're going to be monthly for about a couple of hours. I think they've all had their first meeting now, so that's brand new as well. Neighbourhood delivery teams, and the process they use is called joint tasking, and they use a problem-solving methodology, which over 300 people in Bristol have been trained on. So we nominate officers from those different agencies to work together, and we're just filling the last couple of gaps in those roles. And we'll be able to tell you who the chair is and who's on each of the neighbourhood delivery teams right in the city fairly soon. There is some dilemmas with some of the work we have here. One of the dilemmas is around who's running this show. Because neighbourhood partnerships have had a variety of life over a long period of time in some cases, and being very much community-led around issues that are important to you as local residents. And me, I'm a local resident. Issues that are important to us. And then the City Council makes a decision, arrives with its juggernaut saying that we want you to make these decisions. And I think most people say, well, that's good, because that puts more guts, if you like, into neighbourhood partnerships. Real decisions being made, if you like. I spoke to someone as they left the Southmead one and said, what did you think? And she said, that's the best neighbourhood partnership I've ever been to. And I said, why do you say that? And she said, because for the first time, we're making decisions about stuff that affect local people in this area, and not just talking about it. Now, that was just her perception, okay? Some of you may not agree with that. I can tell Louise doesn't agree with it, but look on her face, which is fine. But that's an interesting perception, okay? But there is a massive tension here, I realise that, between the agenda of local people and the City Council's decision to devolve money, particularly money. We're going to have to live with that tension and work through that, I think. It's a learning process. Some of it's been good, some of it hasn't been good. It will change. How will it change? By you helping shape it. That's the whole point of this morning, I think. So I think that's one of the dilemmas which you need to talk through and debate about how we take that forward. Because the next round of meetings, formal meetings, where there's sort of decisions or discussions to be had, it'll be about parts of green space, and it'll be the green space plans. Highly contentious, incredibly interesting, really important to the future of the city. Loads of people, including you, will have views about that. So we're not only coming to neighbourhood partnerships to consult and involve people, but we are coming to neighbourhood partnerships. So I think it's a great opportunity for people to get involved. It's also a great opportunity for us to do things very differently to the way we did it before. What we haven't seen much of yet is the publicity, and we've got a lot of that to sort. We think we know what needs to be done. We'll be putting that out into the hands of the partnerships and the forums to look at that. So I'll open some questions. How do we decide who has a quoted seat at the table? Is it everyone, or is it some people? If it's some people, who are those people? How do you get there? And that's some of the things you're wrestling with in partnerships. What's the role of the other partners in the partnership? Voluntary, community and statutory. We've still got to, I think, some degree to work through that. Some of you have probably got it well taken, but some may not have that. What sort of style of business do we want to do in neighbourhood partnerships? We want to be business-like, but equally it has to be friendly and inclusive so that people feel that it's somewhere they can come and do stuff. Is there flexibility in the system that allows the council, or maybe other agencies, to devolve money and decisions to neighbourhood partnerships in the future? What's the balance in there between local people's agenda and the agencies, as they come together? Who makes the decision? How do we get more people involved? Could the forums be a place where there's a more flexible format and involve people better at the local level? I'm asking those questions because I don't want you to feel that this is all stitched up. It isn't. It isn't all stitched up. We're exploring this model of governance and decision making and involving people as we go, actually.